pandaona document randibata ende rinorwadza, asi padocument apa chisina kundijekera ndechekuti pane zvese zvaiitika. Who was the leader of this Migirikini scenario? Nekuti ava vaingoita zvemusoro mavo kuti vangoya vachiuraya vanhu. Panotori na leader. Saka leader ngaaite sei? Ngaataurwe kuti tiri kuti leader wezvinhu izvi ndiani? Zvinhu zvese zvinenge zvatoita bhuku. Kuti munhu apore munoziya sorry iwe dirinodzora kutsama. Handiti tongoti vari vanofanirwa kuti vaende vanokumbira ruregerero vasingahwande nemunwe kuti ningi ndiye akazodai ningi ndiye akazodai. Vanofanirwa kuenda kunopa ruregerero, ngavaende vanotaura positive answer vachikumbira ruregerero kune Gukurahundi victims. Zvinhu zvese zvinoita right. Zvino kana vachiramba vakahwanda nemunwe ava navapore, and that system yekuvictimize vanhu, that system iyi yekuramba vanhu vachingouraiwa ngaipere, haisi kupera, which means there is someone ari behind that.
Ini pandaona chivhitivhiti chezvakaitika kuBhulawayo kuMachengere ndinanzwa kurwadziwa nekushungurudzika, especially ndakamira padivi rekuvanhukadzi. Nokuti chokwadi unenge wakatakura mwana wako 9 months asvika 11 years obva aende osara uri mupenyu, unonyatsonzwa kurwadziwa pasi pemuti. Pamwe mwana wangu ndaisvika pamwe riziva angazenge achozwa mutungamiriri kana achazoitawo chimwe chinhu chaikwanisa kundichengeta. Ndatarisa kunyange kudivi revarume ava varanga vari vanhu vechizvoni ndivanga vari vabati vedzimba dzakanga vari mudzimba idzodzo, asi nanhasi hapana kutozwa kuti vaendepi, vari kuitepi, vakaendepi. Saka ndanyanyobatikana kuzvoni ko dai zviri zvakaitwa kudzinza rekwangu kana zvakaitwa kwandiri nhasi dai ndinge ndiripi. Isu semaZimbabweans tose nyika yose kuti tipore, chekutanga kutofamba kumhuri dzose dzakawanikwa dzichiwanikwa njodzi dzakadai, tokumbira rinonzi ruregerero. Anotokumbira ruregerero kubva kuvakuru venyika nemadzimambo nevemakereke, vobatanidzwa pamwe chete pogara poitwa dare, vanhu votaurirana vachikumbirirana ruregerero. Uye toda kuti kunzvimbo idzodzo kuitwe zvivakwa zvinoitwa sendangaridzo. Uye tinodawo zvakare kuti zvoni dzimba idzodzo vakarwa hondo veZimbabwe vanopiwa makwati mari mwaka nemwaka, ivavo ngavapiwawo zvokudya, ngavapiwawo ukwati hwanotambira mwedzi woga woga. Vana veikoko ngavagadzirirwe zvikoro zvakanaka, kuwewo nezvipatara zvakanaka, kuwewo nevadzidzisi vakanaka, kuwewo neiya yavanoti nechirungu netiweki. Votikachitaura navo pazvatinosvipira izvi parunhare, tinge tikwanisa kuvafambayo tichitaura navo, ngakuvewo nezvanikwa zvinge mabhazi ekufambisa. Nzira dzeko ngadzigadzirwewo dzinakewo sedzekumaguta makuru. Uyezve pakarenda regore negore zvikuru sei remunyika muno yeZimbabwe ngapiwewo pachinyorwawo bemberero remazuva iyayo. Uyezve muzvidzidzo zvavaiko izvi muzvikoro izvi zverendedzero yakaitika ngazviwanikwe zvive zvirimo zvichatotorwa nemazvo chaizvo chaizvo. Uye kana zvikwanisika vana vemazuva zvikuru sei kuzvikoro zvikuru kuru kunodzidzwa kuzvinafundo uko, vanhu vavo vange vachiuya vachinatsotaura kuitira kana pavanenge vakuzonyorawo rondedzero dzavo vanyore chaizvo chaizvo kwete zvekunyepa.
Aita zvenyu toda kungotenda NGO Forum and their partners for this program. Ichokwadi, we need national healing. And the national healing must involve everyone, including the victims, the residents, the churches, the government, stakeholders who are involved in all this, what is happening, even the councillors, even people who can support in giving these people mari chaiyo yekuti vakwanise kuwanikwa vachitangidza upenyu hwavo. This documentary traumatized me. Why am I saying this? Because honestly speaking, from what we heard to what we are hearing right now from the horse mouth, zvinhu zvasiyana. So we are calling the government, we are calling everyone involved, we are calling the stakeholders, we are calling NGOs to come and unite so that we can resolve this issue before it escalates again. They must resolve this, they must sit down and resolve this with everyone in Zimbabwe. Thank you.
We have a documentary which documents issues of attempting to memorialize some of the bad times and bad paths in which this country has experienced, and in particular we have worked with people in Matabeleland and Midlands provinces to try to memorialize issues which transpired during the Gukurahundi atrocities. We have gone to places where people were killed. We have gone to a place where people in, I think, Salangombe, where people were burnt in a hut, some escaped, some actually were shot and killed, where we were able to assist the community to come up with a memorial plaque of all the victims there. And we can see people like in Silonge or Silombe, in Tsholotsho or Lupane, where people are actually at the moment now coming up with their own memorial initiatives. So we want to continue to encourage people to memorialize these incidences. Indeed, they were bad, but as a country, we can't run away from our past. What we have to do is to learn from our past and ensure that our future, in the future, never again can we have such bad incidences. In this documentary, what the people are calling for is admittance from the government. People ought to admit what exactly had happened, but also to apologize, and thereafter to work together with the communities to ensure that whatever it is that happened is remedied. Those who need to have issues like documentation, they are able to get those through the proper governmental structures.
Okay, speaking about going into the communities, how is the response?
So going into the communities are suspicious of anyone who comes, especially when you are coming from Harare. They are not sure whether you are coming in good faith or you are coming in bad faith. So you need first to establish that relationship in which they are able to trust you. Once they trust you, they are then able to open up, and then they are able to tell their stories. We have people who are direct victims who are still alive, and they are telling the story of what exactly happened to them, what happened to their relatives, how their relatives were shot and killed. And they indeed are also happy to memorialize their relatives by coming up with some of these structures. Obviously, there are some who unfortunately still have hatred for those coming from other tribes, and in particular the Shonas, who are alleged who were the people who were on the ground mainly perpetrating these atrocities. But what we are then trying to encourage them to do is to forgive and also realize that it's not all the Shonas that were involved in that, and that it's not all the Shonas who are bad, and that as a country we should really be one and unite and be together in this.
Speaking about the documentary, we understand that it has been screened in Bhalagwe and in Harare like today. Do the people understand now, looking at what they've been studying in school about what happened during the Gukurahundi, and now with the documentary which has come out?
Indeed, there is that understanding which is coming, and we are hoping that the documentary will do better to correct any false narratives that people have been taught. Unfortunately, I don't know for whatever reason why at times the narrative did not come out correctly. And the good thing about the documentary, going direct to direct victims, they are able to speak out from the heart, speak the truth. I think we saw the gentleman who was sitting on the log where his mother is buried. It's the truth about those particular incidences. And we are happy when people are then able to speak the truth and document the truth and give the proper narrative of the truth, and not a version as said by another person.
Where else is this documentary going to?
For now, for this year we had planned to do Bhalagwe and Harare, but we are hoping that as we go into the new year, we will do the other remaining provinces.
So have you engaged the government on the issue of memorialization?
We have been trying to engage government, but it has not been an easy thing, because each and every time that we've gone, for example, in Chiadzwa, we worked with the district administrator of the particular area, but he's also under pressure not to pursue some of these particular issues, because there seems to be a governmental policy that the government position seems not to have changed. So the issue really at the end of the day is we possibly might need to engage the president. The president has gone to Matabele land. He has established the chiefs to be able to carry out some of the hearings. And so while some people have embraced this particular issue, our concern is that the chiefs' initiative seems to have no proper ending. People cannot just speak without being documented and without then the solutions are being said. What is the next step thereafter? Thanks very much.